Well, tonight I'm officially starting on the American Speedster bike. I went to Menards and got some of the PVC and those things. And of course we got one box that has the wheel kit on it. It's got tires and wheels and tubes and that sort of thing. We got a PVC kit and that's got tons of fittings, got all the fittings that you need. And then we just received yesterday, or the day before I guess it was, the hardware kit. And I haven't opened hardly anything up on that, but that's a bunch of parts and pieces that you need. And that's probably the most important kit of it all. And like I say, I just got done picking some stuff up in Menards, and I got the PVC, 10-foot sticks of PVC, and I got the chain link top rail that it calls for, two 4-foot dowel rods, 1 1/4 inches diameter, 1 1/4, yeah, and then 3 hardwood boards that you need, which I believe are for the seat frame. And what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting the PVC all to length at one time, and I'll come over here and show you the operation that I got going on for that. And I've got a bunch of them cut already. What I'm doing is I'm cutting them to length, and then I'm marking on them what sizes they are. That way when I go to assemble the bike, I don't have to remeasure every single one of them. And then as I cut them, whenever I get any size completed, I'm putting a check mark on there. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cut so many pieces off of a part, and then when I'm done I measure how much I have left. Like a little bit ago I had I think it was 58 inches left over, almost 59 inches left over. So I took my 4 13s that I needed. I had 4 13s left that I needed, and that left me with about 6 inches. Here's a piece that's about 6 inches, and then I go back and look on the sheet, and I see here's a piece for a 5.5 inch piece that I'm going to need 2 of, so I'm going to take one of those off of that. And that way, so far the biggest piece I've had left over is this, and I thought maybe that might been big enough for a 2 1/8 bushing, but it's an 1/8 inch too small. So other than that, I think one piece I had like a 1/8 inch that basically got blown away with the kerf of the saw. So that's the way I'm starting her. And after I get all these cut and get a little more progress, I'll do some more filming. Well, I ran into a little bit of a snag last night, and basically, according to the parts or the materials that you need, it's showing that you needed 5 sticks of 1 1/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC, the 10-foot sticks, and that's what I got. And then using this cut sheet, when you get done with this cut sheet, I was about 2 foot shy of having enough PVC to do this cut sheet. So I spent, probably a couple hours last night just crunching numbers back and forth, trying to see what I did wrong or why it came out that way. And finally I just added all the links up here and added my 1/8 inch kerf cuts to every cut, and come out pretty much the same what I ended up with. I double checked my number of pieces and all that kind of stuff. So then the other snag that I'd hit, which I knew I was going to hit because I started working on trying to get the materials a long time ago, is it's really hard nowadays to get Schedule 20 PVC. However, I did talk to one guy that says that they got what they call a Schedule 30, and the Schedule 30 is probably half the weight of the Schedule 40, and yet it's a little bit more rigid. So I've got to see if I can, those I guess you got to get at building material centers or lumber companies or whatever, somebody that deals in a lot more PVC. I found that out at Home Depot, and they don't actually carry the Schedule 30, but they was the one telling me about it. So I'm going to try to get a hold of somebody probably today and see if I can find out more about that. And so anyways, the next thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and assemble some pieces. I've been through these plans, and read a lot of the instructions, and I don't see plans for the original. It's showing a modified side method designed by William Kramer of Ohio, and I'm going to go ahead and use his anyways, but I was kind of hoping I could compare it to the original style, but I can't find the rear frames assembly sheets on here anywhere, so that's just another thing that I come across. Just thought I'd mention a few of these things. Some of this stuff looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to do, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get there. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get some pieces assembled, and then we'll do some more film, and I'll show you what I got at that point. Okay, so far what I've got is this is the floor. That's one side, another side, dash, axle, and front piece. And then those fittings over there for the top, those are for the schedule 20 or 30, which I don't yet have. And once I get those, then I'll get those pieces made. But what I found out on this cut sheet is you do have enough. In fact, I've still got 4 pieces left over that are unaccounted for, which I'm thinking I may find out where they go eventually. But well, my brother ended up coming down, helped me on this today then, and we've got about just a little under 16 log man hours on this so far, but starting to get somewhere. There's a few things we had to kind of figure out dimensions on ourselves, like these upright pieces. We couldn't find these mentioned anywhere in there. We did notice on one of the pictures it shows another cross member down here, where's my hand? Right across here, from here to the other side, and we're going to put that in. We've got the materials for it, and we're also noticing that this appears to look like quite a slope down. This dimension doesn't seem to quite match out. If you measure it from here and measure it back here, the front's quite a bit lower, so we're going to actually raise that up and get that level. And the steering column, we're gonna once we get it further along to where we can see where the seats are going to sit, then we'll get the final length set on that. Some of that stuff we don't want to mess with until we know for sure what it's going to be. The kit came with these bushings, and we're going to go to plugs because you have to drill holes in there. There's a total of 8 plugs like that we've got to get for different points on here. And see what else. I think that's pretty much all I was going to mention in this video. It's coming along kind of good all in all. It's starting to look like it's supposed to look. I don't know if I can get back far enough to show it to you or not. I guess probably from this side here. But yeah, so that's what she looks like. And yeah, we're done for this week. Next Monday we'll start in on it again and go for some more. One thing I did want to say is I would recommend on your cut list, I guess I wouldn't recommend making your cuts until you're ready to use the parts. Just go into your instructions and like on your side frame, let's not even use that as an example, but we'll use this in here. This has got all your dimensions on your side frames. Just take and cut your pieces as you need them and get your fittings and all that kind of stuff, and just go through it that way, and it seems to work a lot better. I already had most of my pieces cut, but we had to recut some pieces to other sizes, and then we ended up having to cut more pieces to different sizes and stuff like that. So, but I mean, that's to be expected. It's quite a thing to actually try to make instruction seats on. I am going to, all my sizes are on there, and even the ones that we have to come up with later, I'm writing the sizes on, like these 16 3/8 M sizes that we came up with. These pieces here are going to get changed in size, and so I'll mark those. There's going to be a different piece in here, I'll mark them. And when we get all the frame done, all the PVC done, I'm going to take and make myself another cut sheet. That way I know exactly what is in this, and I think I'm also going to make a fitting sheet, and that way I can have, I don't know if I'll ever make one of these again or not, but kind of think I would like to. I think it's a pretty nice concept. So anyways, yep, just wanted to show you those few little things, and thanks for watching, and we'll be posting something more on it again Monday.